it's Donna and Shauna here. No BS today. We're just going to get right into it. So we're doing a call out Friday, and it's to recap some of the absolute worst, terrible, awful advice that we have heard this week, some of the dumbest statements that we have encountered this week, and be able to address those so that nobody else makes those same mistakes. So first off, we're going to talk about bad real estate marketing advice we have heard this week and a little bit about agent ego. You want to go into agent ego?
Well, guys, one of the things that we have preached and other people have said, no, we don't do that. We don't want to do that, is actually listing other people's sites. Listings. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with going in and using somebody else's listing as a way to get buyer leads. The problem is the other side, the listing agent, who gets pissed off. Well, that's my thing. That's mine. I don't want anybody else messing with mine. Okay, in the state of Texas, how many times do you get both sides of the deal?
Very rarely.
Very rarely do you get both sides of the deal. Why would you care where the buyer comes from?
Well, because, dual agency by most brokerages is very much discouraged. And the reason for that is because it's challenging to be able to represent the seller and the buyer equally in a transaction fairly and appropriately. And it really does leave agents a lot of times up to lawsuits if they're if they're proven to not represent the seller and the buyer appropriately.
And I understand that maybe you'll find that odd buyer that may be selling another house to get into this house, so it's kind of like, ooh, I can get that person. But how often does that really happen? Hardly ever. It doesn't really happen that often that you're worried about somebody else bringing you a lead. And why would you care if they're giving you free advertisement? So we heard people, I heard this by third word, that people said, well, I'm not going to even put stuff on MLS because I'm tired of people going into my houses and advertising them.
And if you're not putting things on MLS, guys, you're doing a disservice to your seller. You're actually creating your own bubble in the real estate world where you're going to have inventory sitting on the market longer than it needs to, because MLS is probably the most powerful tool out there to be able, to share your listing and be able to get it sold. Your job as a listing agent is to sell the property, not to hoard it and say, I don't want anybody else marketing my property. Okay, if that's your biggest problem, you need to up your marketing game. Sorry. That's the only way I can say it.
Honest, as soon as it's an MLS, it's on Zillow, it's everywhere. So other people are marketing. Zillow's already marketing for you. Chili's already marketing for you. All those other people are already marketing for it. So
and if you're buying leads from those services, you're basically paying to buy your information back.
Yeah.
So So
if somebody comes to you and says, hey, I want to market your house. Yes. I understand if somebody doesn't get your permission, at least get your permission to do it.
Yes, absolutely.
If somebody comes to you
that
and says, look, I want to market your house, I want to try to get buyer leads for you, you should be going all day. They're spending the money to do that.
But don't be such a dunderheaded nanny muggins that you're like, oh, no, I don't want anybody else to market my listing. Yeah. Well, okay, if that's your biggest problem, you need to up your marketing game.
And look at what they're doing. If they're doing your home a disservice, if they're doing something wrong, okay, tell them to take it off. I get that. If they're doing something that's wrong, they put the wrong amount of money, if they did something that's wrong, I get that. Something that is
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. But if they're doing everything correctly and they're actually marketing for you, man, that's free marketing. Free. Why do you worry about it?
And who can say no to free marketing?
Apparently a lot of people in San Antonio.
Oh, yeah, but that just makes my head hurt. That's what drives me to drink.
Guys, there's nothing wrong with other people marketing properties. If they're going to bring you a lead, if they're going to sell your house in less than 30 days because you got 2 or 3 other people marketing for you, who cares?
And it's actually a benefit to you. It's a benefit to your seller. It's a benefit to everybody involved. Obviously, go get the listing agent's permission first. But guys, check your egos at the door. Your job is to sell property. It's not to hoard listings.
And I will tell you, that is one of the best ways to get leads, to market somebody else's stuff. Stop with all the, give me them guides, give me these things. If you don't have any listings, ask somebody else on your team. Hey, I see you have a really nice house, and I would say get a house above $300,000 that has a wow factor, and just market it for them and get buyer leads. It can be done very easily and cheaply. A couple of dollars a lead, you can get leads that way.
Well, and the other bad piece of real estate marketing advice that I heard this week was you can still generate, leads posting organically to your page. Okay, this was given to me by somebody who has 41 likes on their page. No, you can't. I'm sorry, you can't. I wish I could tell you that you could, but I would be lying to you like that other person did.
Now, I'm going to give you a couple caveats with organic. If you've got 10,000 people on your page,
you have a much better chance. Yes.
Maybe, yes.
But 400 people, I'm not going to cut it, boys and girls. 500 people, I'm going to cut it.
If you own a group where you have 2,000 or 3,000 people and you own that group. Okay. How many of you guys own a group that has 2,000 or 3,000 people?
Very few.
How many of you got 5,000, 10,000 people following?
Very few.
So it doesn't happen very often. So you have to understand that unless you have a huge following and you have a lot of engagement, organic's dead.
It's pay to play, guys. I'm sorry.
And
you know, anybody who's telling you that organic is still workable, it's not. I mean, there are some intentional ways that you can drive traffic to your page.
Video, all those things that we talk about.
I mean, there are some strategies that you can use, but they're not going to be the solid, massive, day in, day out lead generating strategies that you're going to get with that.
So if you got guys coming into your brokerage and they're telling you that organic is the way to go, they're going off the script 5 years ago. And they're not keeping up with the times. And that's what we have to do as marketers. That's why I segue into not all marketers are created equal. Because they're not. People are still running off scripts that are 5 years old.
People are still teaching to strategies that are 5 years old. And, you know, I'm seeing that more and more. And I'm just kind of like, oh, dear God, no, because that's not accurate any longer. And it hasn't been accurate for a while. And what's frustrating to me about that is they're getting other people frustrated because they're taking that bad advice that's 5 years old. And then they're like, oh, social media doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work because you got your information from somebody who is not very well informed. And it's not working because, well, frankly, you're not using the tool correctly. It's a tool, just like anything else. And the tool is only as good as the user who is implementing it. So it's the same thing with this. If you're getting somebody who is an expert who doesn't know how to use the tool, that's a problem. So, I mean, if I'm telling you that you need at least like 2,000 or 3,000 people on your Facebook page in order to get any kind of organic traction, and I'm going to their Facebook page and they have 1,000 people, they're not in any position to teach you expert advice. They're just not. I hate to say it, but they're not. And, you know, after that being said, it's just people are not really thinking it through. I heard some really, really, really bad advice that one local marketer was giving several real estate agents. And here's something else I want to kind of put a bug in your ear about. If you're getting advice from a marketing professional who does not exclusively do real estate, and you're in real estate, you're not going to get the best real estate marketing advice.
Right. Because they don't know real estate.
And they don't know that demographic, and they don't know the ins and outs of real estate.
She used to teach real estate.
Oh, he is going golfing soon. His tea time.
I'm almost my tea time's in about a minute. So yeah, that's why I'm impressed. So no, but the thing is, she used to teach real estate, and we used to invest. I used to invest. So
and I was a real estate agent, and I did generate leads using content marketing.
So if you got somebody come in whose expertise is, I don't know, whatever, and they come to try and tell you real estate stuff,
you're not getting really good advice. And I know this because I heard several different pieces of advice from the same marketer this week to several real estate agents that literally drove me to go get emergency apartment.
Correct.
So yeah,
you don't need to post religious stuff on your business
page. That is not where it belongs. It's the same thing. Don't post political stuff on your business page. On your personal stuff, do it all day long. I mean, knock yourself out.
If you are the realtor that is the Christian realtor, and you have a Christian demographic, and that's what
your niche, then do that all day.
Fine.
Absolutely.
I'm the Christian realtor. I'm only going to do Christians. 100%. Fine. But if you're just a regular realtor, you don't need all that other stuff and all that fluff on there. That's not going to help you. Not going to do anything for you.
It's not going to generate you leads.
Do it on your personal page.
No. And ultimately, guys, at the end of the day, no matter what anybody else tells you, bottom line is you've got to take out ads if you want a steady stream of leads all the time. Organic is not going to work. Now, there are some tips that I posted in our group yesterday, and I will post the link below that you can actually go and intentionally find leads every day, but it's still going to be leads with a heck of a lot of competition. When people are looking for a realtor in any city, anywhere, I don't care where it is, it's a recommendation post, you're going to get like 32 other people posting within minutes. So you've got to figure out a way to break through that noise. And that's one thing I can teach you how to do is break through that noise. But please, 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 post and pray is not a strategy, guys. It's not, and it's not going to work for you. And I'm not even saying that to like tee off of the whole Christian realtor thing. I say it all the time. Post and pray is not a strategy.
It isn't. We've been looking at a lot of these auto posters things. We've been looking at this at the auto poster things. And, people are getting 1, 2 people reach. It's just so bad. And I know we talked about this the other day. That's kind of a service that goes along, and it's in your monthly fee or whatever that goes from your thing. But you need to do something else. You need to find different ways.
P.S. We're kicking him out the door in a minute.
I'm gonna go golfing, Darcy. Jeez. So again, you're messing up the flow here. Anyway, it's okay. But again, you guys gotta do some kind of paid advertisement. You guys gotta find some other ways to get your leads out. I mean, your listings out. If somebody else wants to do it, would you stay on track, please?
I'm
This is
sorry.
supposed to be no fluff.
Okay.
I don't care.
Okay.
Get on the video.
Okay.
So get some ways to do. If somebody wants to go in there and do ads for you, fine. Let them do it. Make sure they're doing it correctly. Make sure they're doing it right. Any advertisement's a good advertisement, unless they're posting a house that's $300,000 and says $3,000. Then that's bad. You don't want to do that. Anything else, Sean?
Last thing is, I promise that if you guys watch this broadcast all the way to the end, I would leave you an Easter egg for a chance to win a free $3,000 value real estate website. There are some details that go along with that, and if you're interested in that, you're going to have to message me. Free for me is the promo code. Free for me. That's it. And then I'll get back to you with the details on what it's going to take to get you a free, actually generating real estate website. So there's that. Hope you guys enjoyed this broadcast. If you did, please give it a like, give it a love, give it a share, give it a something. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. We're happy to address them. But look at us for your next Call Out Friday, where we get to share with you some of the absolutely awful, deplorable advice that we've heard over the week.
We're going to keep doing that, because we keep hearing bad advice. And our job is to stay on top of things. Make sure.
And it's so much easier to do a live than punch somebody in the face.
Not really.
Okay, not really.
See? But anyway, we're gonna stay on top of things. We're gonna make sure that any bad advice that we're gonna go out there and say, hey, look, don't follow that advice. Don't do it, because it's not gonna lead to anything.
It's not. And guys, it's not because we're sitting here and trying to down talk anybody. It's just that literally we're watching people get frustrated and come to us after they have gotten completely frustrated with bad advice. So we want to stop you from going down that rabbit hole.
And we do everything we can. I mean, we're even working with other marketers to find solutions, because I do it all the time. I'm in contact with other marketers all the time, all around the country, that are doing things, and we're trying to find things that are working and not working. Because if it's already not working and the guys have banged their heads against the wall, why should I do it? Let's find stuff that works.
Yeah, and then that way it saves you guys time, it saves you money, and that way you're not burning through a bunch of money on Facebook ads, not knowing what you're doing. It's just a way for us to be able to really help you guys. And we do this in the spirit of wanting to help you, because we're seeing people make some really egregious mistakes that we want to keep you from making.
Exactly.
So that's that. And he's got a tea time, so he needs to go.
Oh, one other thing. If you put a listing out there, put the address. We've seen that too.
Yeah, please put the address. And don't stress about putting the MLS number, for the love of God. Nobody cares about the MLS number. They care about where it is. Give them the address and the zip code.
Yeah. I would actually put a link to your website, not back to Zillow.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people make that mistake. They go back to Zillow.
And you know who gets that lead when it goes back to Zillow? Whoever's paying the Premier Agent fee, and it's usually not you. Exactly. So, because they will put the listing agent, but it's all the way down at the bottom.
Because when you put the MLS number, all they're going to do is go to Zillow. So don't do that. Just put a link in it to your website.
And please, guys, another little tidbit that I've seen from one agent, consistently, that makes my head hurt. If you're going to do an event for an open house, please, for the love of God, put the address of the open house in the event.
That happened too.
Please, because, if you're just saying open house and you got a picture of it, that's beautiful. But, people might want to, I don't know where it is.
They might.
It's just a thought.
They might.
So, yeah, that's that. And that's it for us today. He's got to go golfing. I've got some other stuff to do. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Remember to watch the entire broadcast on replay if you want the promo code for the website. And leave your comments below. And always, always, always give us some likes, give us some loves, give us some shares, give us some something, so that we can keep producing top quality content for you. I don't know. Don't make that face. No one likes you.
Give us some something.
Give me a little something, something. I liked it.
Get off the corner.
Okay. All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your Friday and have a fantastic weekend.